Hello guys, it is story time. I'm gonna go ahead and tell you guys a little story. So, as you guys know, most of you who have been watching me for any considerable amount of time will know that I have switched cell phones a few times. And for the past, I don't know, about a year, I have been using an iPhone 5S religiously. It's a great phone. I bought it shortly after I accidentally shattered my iPhone 5, so yeah, I've had no issues with the 5S thus far. It's a very nice phone, and you know, I am still using it, so don't freak out. It's still my main phone. That is not changing. But for a little bit, I had a Samsung Galaxy S4. I had it for a couple of months. And, you know, I kind of had some quality control issues, which at the time I didn't know wasn't inherent to the S4 itself. It was actually just I had a couple, you know, models that were just duds. Like, I had numerous quality control issues. It might have been because I bought the phone back when it was brand new, back when it came out, you know, first came out, so I don't know, the first batch might have been crap, but like the glass cuts and like stuff just did not line up. Nothing was really good. Like the side buttons, the power buttons and stuff were quite loose, and it just felt like a cheap hunk of shit. But long story short, my friend Manly Evangelista had a Note 3, and he sold it to me for $200. And, you know, I used it for 2 days, or 1 or 2 days, and I liked it, but the phone was just too big. And, you know, my good friend Chris, you all should know him by now, he wanted the Note 3, so I offered him up a deal. I said, let's strike a deal, and he traded me the Note 3 for a Samsung Galaxy S4. And, you know, I checked it out, and this is... I don't know what to say. This phone does not exhibit any sort of quality control issues that I had with my first one. As you can see, the earpiece cutout is pretty straight. The home button, pretty straight. You know, I mean, the buttons aren't loose and crappy looking. I mean, this is just a good quality device. That was really the only gripe I had with the Galaxy S4. That, and of course, like the, you know, the inherent software experience. But hey, now I have both, so now I can swap between the two. But yeah, I got this S4, and you know, obviously running Touch Jizz, and I'm actually going to keep it that way. This is the AT&T model, obviously. I have AT&T, so it's the same exact thing that I had back in 2013. And you know, it's a pretty nice phone. I like it. I'm surprised that, you know, this phone is actually not a hunk of junk. And the Note 3 wasn't either. The Note 3 was actually built pretty well. It had that matte back, and it just felt really nice. The only thing I don't like about the S4 still, like my only complaint, is the glossy back. So I put a case on, you know, a matte case. Chris gave me 2 cases with it. And he also gave me a extended battery case. Well, it's, you know, it's a battery, and then it's like a back cover. So this is a 7,500 milliamp hour battery case. And you know, since I don't really like super thick phones, I'm not using it right now. But if I go on like a road trip, or I have, you know, somewhere where I'm going to be away from a charger for a while, he said this thing will give you about 9 hours of screen on time. So that's pretty amazing. So that's that. I'm going to use that. This thing currently has just a spare third-party battery in it. That's the only thing I don't like. But it seems to be holding up decently well. I'm at 71%. I was at 90 when I got this 2 hours ago. So, I mean, it's okay. It's not as good, but I will probably pick up a genuine battery eventually. And then if I take this case off, no, I'm not going to jump cut because screw that. But if I take this case off, I can actually show you guys the back cover. The back cover is a little mauled. We actually had, you know, as you can see, it's all scratched up. That's inherent because of this glossy back, but it's dented in a couple of places because he kind of rolled over with his chair accidentally. So yeah, it's a little dimpled up. If you run your finger over, it's a little dimpled up, but hey, it's fine. yeah, anyway, this is running 4.4.2 KitKat, so that's also probably one of the reasons that this S4 is a better experience, because it's running 4.4, and 4.4 is much improved over 4.3 in terms of, like, you know, speed and backbone and stuff. So yeah, actually my S4 when I had it was on 4.2, so yeah, it's a lot better on 4.4 is basically what I'm trying to say. So yeah, I'm actually pleasantly surprised with the quality of this phone. I actually really like this phone. I did do a positive review of the Galaxy S4 when I had my last one, but that was strictly based on the overall phone. That wasn't really looking at the build quality so much. So yeah, anyway, pretty decent. I'm actually, you know, like I said, pleasantly surprised with this. Now I'm still using my iPhone as a phone because of iMessage. You know, if I swap my SIM over, people will complain. But again, I don't really care about that, but I am using the iPhone currently as an actual cell phone. So I think what I'll do is just use this as an actual phone for like texting and calling, and then this for everything else when I feel like it. So I'm switching off between the two. But yeah, I mean, that's really all I have to say. I got the Galaxy S4, and it's actually a good phone. I was not expecting this kind of reaction out of myself, but yeah, it's good. So yeah, there you go. That's just a little update video. And yeah, oh, and I also got a 2007 MacBook with the S4 as part of the trade for the Note 3. So yeah, this thing is actually kind of dead. He said he replaced the bad LED driver board, which is in here, and then he replaced it, and then it died again. So he said the left I/O board is killing the LED driver board because that's where it gets its power from. So if I want to fix this thing permanently, I would have to get a new left I/O board and a new LED driver board, and that's about $50. This is a 2007 MacBook. It has an NVIDIA 8600 GT. He said this wasn't one of the affected models, and he said it does work perfectly if you plug it into an external monitor. So, I mean, that's probably what I'm going to do, considering you know, the circumstances, because I'm not putting $50 into this to fix it, because I have better things to do with my $50. But I might hook it up just as kind of like a spare, you know, spare computer. So yep, that is the complete I don't know, S4 iPhone related video. So there you guys go.